This is a business where the buyer gets nothing for his money but a memory. What he bought still belongs to the man who sold it. That's the real magic of the movies, and don't let anybody tell you different.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom Griffin, I'm a film critic, and you're watching the Armchair Auteur. This is an ongoing video series I do where we talk about new movies, old movies, screenplay analysis, that sort of thing. So, if you like movies, you like film culture, you like to see people pick it apart, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to be reviewing Mank, the new movie from director David Fincher, starring Gary Oldman, on Netflix. So, Mank is obviously one of the most hotly anticipated movies of the year. It is the first movie David Fincher has directed since 2014's Gone Girl, and lo and behold, it is a black and white biopic about Herman J. Mankiewicz, the co-screenwriter of Orson Welles' classic film, Citizen Kane. Interestingly enough, it is based on a screenplay written by Jack Fincher, David Fincher's father, that he has had in development for something like almost 30 years. Like, it's a movie he almost directed in the early mid-90s, and now he's finally doing it here on Netflix. My spoiler review for the movie is that it's really good. Like, it's like, just right off the bat, I'm just gonna say I loved it. Essentially, I went in kind of low-key worried that it was going to be crushed by the weight of my own expectations, that I was so excited for it and wanted to see it so badly that it would end up being like, meh. No, it's actually good. It actually exceeded my expectations. As you may already know, the film primarily focuses on the writing of Orson Welles' heralded directorial debut, Citizen Kane, back when Mankiewicz pounded out the first 200-page draft titled American while convalescing over a leg injury in a dry county. But while the film does sort of answer the controversial questions surrounding the authorship of the film and loosely kiboshes the debate between Pauline Kael and Peter Bogdanovich's dueling essays on whether or not Orson was as involved as he claims, the scope of the story is wider than that particular chapter of Mank's life. Using the writing of Kane as a framing device, the story darts around to flashbacks of Mank's life from the mid-30s till now, showing him as a contracted scribe for Paramount, then working with MGM as a result of his curious friendship with William Randolph Hearst, the powerful figure Charles Foster Kane was meant to emulate. The movie has its fair share of visual allusions to Kane, and while visually the staging and lighting all feel very golden age, Fincher's decision to stick to his wider aspect ratio keeps this from being merely pop archaeology. In my good German video, I talked about how Soderbergh painstakingly gets the visuals right, but poisons the proceedings with a modernity that makes everything uncomfortable. Here though, while the focus has been on an all-powerful visual stylist like Fincher working in this throwback playground, the real power in making Mank feel of the era is less in the cinematography and more in how Jack Fincher's script, punched up and rearranged by producer Eric Roth over the years, perfectly captures the wit and charm of old Hollywood. The film's secret is it's not so much a traditional Hollywood biopic as it is a movie about Mank that Mank himself might have penned given the chance. But where this movie easily could have turned into a thesis on film authorship in regards to writers versus directors and critique of the auteur theory, Fincher fixes his gaze far wider, focusing on the artist within the corporate construct, exercising his own issues with the film industry through a storyteller experiencing similar disillusionment nearly 100 years ago. For my money, all the best stuff in Mank is how it skewers the myth of Hollywood's golden age while itself uplifting the structure and vibe of the very movies that age produced, all the while warning of the immense power the imagination apparatus truly possesses. Yeah, the Kane stuff is great, and I would have loved more scenes with Tom Burke's Orson Welles, but its subplot about Upton Sinclair's gubernatorial race, the extent Louis B. Mayer and Hearst were willing to go to silence him, and how accidentally complicit Mank was in making it happen, that's the good stuff to me. It's wild how lively and timely the dining hall debates about Sinclair are, and how easily you could swap out some of the names checked with current political figures today for largely the same results. Also, they got Bill Nye to play Sinclair for a scene, and that's pretty great. Gary Oldman's performance is reliably great, for sure, but if I had a complaint about this movie, it's that I wish we spent more time with Amanda Seyfried's Marion Davies. This is the best Seyfried's ever been in a movie, and for a film to tackle how terrible a caricature of Davies the Susan Alexander Kane character was, it would have been nice to give her a little more screen time. That said, she fits in well with the rest of the incredible ensemble, so I understand why she wasn't more of a focal point. Mank is the rare movie about Hollywood that isn't grating on some level, that doesn't feel like a bunch of rich libs patting themselves in the back for doing their jobs. Rather, it's an exploration of a bygone era that happens to hold the secrets to the current cultural predicament of the film industry and the politics that surround it. It's also, like a really fucking good movie. It's easily one of the best movies I've seen this year, easily one of the most enjoyable movie experiences I've had all year, and I loved it. Full stop. Okay, everyone, that's my take on Mank. I think it's great. I think it's sort of a shoo-in to be like a frontrunner for the Oscars because, as we all know, the Oscars love movies about movies. But I do think it's better than almost every other recent movie about Hollywood. Like, it's just so much better. It's just better. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the little bell icon to get notifications when I put out new videos. And hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think about Mank if you've seen it. Ask me questions about it. Share your favorite David Fincher movie if you like David Fincher at all. I mean, some people don't. I don't know why, but they don't. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing good, staying safe, being good to yourselves, and each other, wearing your masks, all that. See you guys in the next one. Bye.